It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Charlotte Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
The home of stock car racing, Charlotte, North Carolina. Playing host tonight to the 15th race of the second season of the NOFSRL Scots National Series. We are here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for this, the Lowe's 300. 42 going to take on this mile-and-a-half track for 40 laps. It's going to be an interesting race for sure under the lights here at Charlotte. And speaking of interesting, let's take a look at your points. Quentin Moore coming in with a 4-point lead over Alex Watts. Quentin Moore has 402 points to the championship, 398 for Alex Watts. Justin Zidell is 20 behind with 382. Dale Lightning has 380 points, so he's 22 back of Quentin Moore. Juan Rodriguez is 34 behind. DJ Reed, 39 behind. Timothy Ruiz, 43 behind. Max Anderson, 47 behind. Joshua Harrison is 60 behind, and Roberto Crown Jr. is in 10th in points. He is 61 points behind Quentin Moore, who is atop the championship. Alright, without any further ado, we are ready to get this race started. So let's go down to trackside to get you your starting lineup so we can get these cars rolling. And it's time to get the engines fired here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 42 going to roll off. It's John Andrews on the pole position in car number 01. He starts alongside the 73 of Juan Rodriguez. In row number 2, we find the all-time great Zachary Fitzwater in the 59. He is starting alongside Ethan Farley in the 0. In row 3, we find Jackson Harrison in the 12, starting alongside the 50 of Braden Perez. In row number 4, it's Dale Lightning in the car number 77, starting alongside the 95 of Timothy Ruiz. Rounding out the top 10, we find the 33 of Captain Velocitar himself, Matt Tuck. And he is starting alongside Phoenix winner earlier this season in the 99 Buck Racing, Louis Zankala. That is your top 10. I believe we got everybody rolling off of the grid here, and we are just about set, folks, to get this race started. It's going to be a good one here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hopefully it turns into a classic, but we will see what happens here. Pace car getting ready to make the hard left-hand turn to send these cars off. There it goes. Into the quad oval they come, waiting for the green flag to fly. And the Lowe's 300 here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway is green, green, green. We are racing in North Carolina. Rodriguez slipping back on the outside of almost 4 wide there as John Andrews leads lap number 1. Jackson Harrison and Zachary Fitzwater side by side for second there. Lightning on the outside of Tuck, who's making a strong push to the inside there, working his way up through the field here early on. Car the wall behind, and spinner on the back straightaway. Trouble! As Bouchard got into the outside wall, down to the inside went Landon Smith Jr. in the 30. But he's deep in the field, so the caution is not going to come out for that. We are still green here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Landon Smith Jr. is rolling away from the scene. He's all good. So that's Andrews, Jackson Harrison, his brother Joshua Harrison's back in the middle of another almost 4 wide trek right there, with the 84 of Igor Barretto, rather, as Louis Zankala was actually in the middle of that too. He's up there on the outside just in front of Braden Perez. Meanwhile, checking in for the race lead, Jackson Harrison in the EL Racing number 12. Take a look to the inside of John Andrews there in the 01, and he's going to take the lead away from John Andrews out of Waco, Texas, who's going to take a look back to the inside of Harrison for the top spot, denying Harrison of getting the lead change there. Just by a little over a car length, still green. Just wanted to make sure that we were still good. As Jordan Lopez takes a look to the inside of Harrison. Tuck stuck on the outside of last week's winner at Iowa, Madison Tall, who could be turning things around here in the Scots National Series. That was her second career victory. Obviously, the first came back last season in the season finale at Chicagoland Speedway. So, Tull's got a chance to turn it around. NS Racing has been not really that good here on the Trinity River Network in 2021, I should say. But Tull has been kind of leading the banner for NS Racing, especially now that she's got the victory. Caleb Rose and Casey Dean do not yet. But we'll have to see what happens here as the front 9 has kind of stretched away from the rest of the field here. Here's San Kayla leading the brigade ahead of Brandon Yodel there. Vic Merlin, Josephine O'Neill, William Brock there. As checking in for the top guys here again. Jordan Lopez blocking off a run that was coming from Zachary Fitzwater. Now Fitzy's going to take a look to the inside. He's going to have Matt Tuck underneath him. Oh, Lopez blocks off Fitzy. Now Tuck's going to have all the attention on Fitzy now. Fitzy's going to have all his attention trying to keep Matt Tuck behind him. But being up on that outside on the straightaway, got back ahead of him just by a half a car length there. But Tuck's going to have the low line through the turns, and now might be gaining on Jordan Lopez now, and looks like he is, so he'll go for second. Fitzy will slip back, and as might Jordan Lopez here in that number 08. On the border of 4 wide there as Tuck almost slipped back into the clutches of Igor Barreto there on the inside of Fitzy and Lopez. Harrison now gets to the inside of them. That 3 wide continues on. And they contacted coming out of turn number 4, Zachary Fitzwater and Jackson Harrison there. These two have a little bit of history from earlier in the season. Fitzy wasn't too particularly happy with Jackson Harrison after the Talladega pileup, which, I mean, I'm just going to be honest, I don't think Jackson Harrison had anything to do with the cause of that. I don't think that was his fault at all, but whatever. Fitzy is driving angry right now on the backside of car number 12, who's taking a look on the inside of Matt Tuck for second. Not quite able to get there just yet. Tuck's going to be glued like a cat on Velcro on the inside, trying to chase down Waco, Texas's John Andrews, who continues to lead here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, but maybe not for long. Here comes Matt Tuck. Slips high a little bit there coming out of turn number 4 and through the quad oval, staying single file through the first 3 positions. Now Fitzy's going to look to the inside of Harrison. Will he have the jump going off into the first corner? Yes, he will. Fitzy's going to take that position away from car number 12. Matt Tuck going to take a look down low on John Andrews now for the race lead. And 3 wide as Fitzy cuts down low as well. 3 wide through the quad oval. Andrews is going to lose the lead. Tuck has it at the line. Will Fitzy now get him? Don't count out Jackson Harrison either, as he could get to the inside of Fitzwater. Fitzwater clears Tuck for the lead. Now Harrison's got to focus all his attention on Tuck for the time being. And this could slow him up big time. This could allow Fitzy to pull away. Tuck slides wide. And now John Andrews is going to cut underneath the 33. That could allow the 12 to catch back in on car number 59. On to lap 14 we go, just prior to halfway here. What has been a clean, well, with the exception of, in the outside wall, turn 1 and 2. Trouble for Derek Hamill, looks like, in car 36. So that's the second incident that's happened in this race. But both have not ended up bringing a caution out. Looks like he was able to hold on to it just after some minor wall contact. Fitzwater still has the lead. Tuck's going to take a look at a 2-for-1 special there. Got around Harrison in turn 1 and 2. Could he get around Andrews too? Not quite yet, but Barretto splitting Jordan Lopez and Dale Lightning 3 wide there, going out of the back straightaway. And now he's going to cut to the inside of EL Racing's Jackson Harrison, potentially heading off into turn number 1. Nope, he's going to stay right in behind him. Madison Toll, Joshua Harrison going to go at it there for 8th place on the track. Toll swings wide going through turn 1 and 2, but still has a little bit of grip there on the top side. The rubber started to get laid down up there, and Toll is going to hold off the 9. What a run on the top side coming out of turn number 2. But now onto the front straightaway once again here at Charlotte. It is Fitzy still leading it. Toll and Harrison still going at it here for the 8th position. Lopez going to take a look to the outside of Dale Lightning, and these guys going, this guy and girl going side by side. Look what's happened. It's allowed Alex Kelly to bring the brigade with him. Fitzy slides a little wide there for in the lead. For 2nd place, Matt Tuck on John Andrews. He had it at the line. Will he clear the 01 now? And it looks like he's going to. So now he'll be left to chase down Zachary Fitzwater as they head down the back straightaway once again. Zankala going to look to the inside of Jackson Harrison. Andrews gets away from that as Harrison slides it wide in turn 3 and 4. Give it to Igor Barretto on the inside there in car 84. Caution is out, and it's a big pile up on the back straightaway. 3-4 cars at least in it. Heavy damage to Ethan Farley, right and left side. Another car on the pit road there, DJ Reed. Mike Cook is smoking. I don't know if that had anything to do with the incident, though. I don't see any damage on that, so he may have just blown up coming back around. But since we're right about halfway here, these guys and gals are going to go ahead and come down onto the pit road here for sure. And we'll go ahead and get this pit cycle out of the way. No doubt about it. Merlin, Dean Anderson, everyone else. Winnie Calhoun, there's Alex Watts, Stover winner. And, of course, Mike Cook coming around. Declan Wellington Turner has damage. See, Juan Rodriguez may have been back in that too. I don't see any damage on car 73. We already saw DJ Reed on the pit road. He's got a little bit of damage there on the doors of that car. And it looks like it's a busted header on Mike Cook for the record. Zachary Fitzwater, meanwhile, is going to win the race off pit road. And Barretto's going to leapfrog from 4th to 2nd. Lightning 3rd, maybe? I think Andrews may have just barely got him there. Then Lopez, Joshua Harrison, Madison Tull, Alex Kelly, Vic Merlin. DJ Reed is, I think, going to end up being back on the lead lap with him being ahead of these cars here. So this could create some more problems here. Because it doesn't look like, because since he already came down the pit road, you know he's not going to come down again. Right now, the only cars that are a lap down, as far as the standings go right now, Juan Rodriguez and DJ Reed. But of course, DJ Reed is ahead of the leaders, and now it'll update, yes. DJ Reed is... Oh no, Jordan! Oh my, what a heartbreaker for the two-time winner this season at Richmond, followed up at Texas with a victory. Now Jordan Lopez is going to fall out of the Lowe's 300 here at Charlotte. One he very well could have won, a track very similar to the configuration we went to at Texas Motor Speedway. And that Blackout Motorsports Honda Accord is going to go behind the wall. That is just so unfortunate. But Zachary Fitzwater is leading right now here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's take a quick second to look back and see what happened to first the earlier incidents, and then we're going to take a look at what actually brought out the caution flag here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So taking a look overhead here as Bouchard gets into the wall there. Boston Jones into the back of Landon Smith Jr. sends him into the inside wall there. Solid hit to the inside for Landon Smith Jr., but that did not bring out the caution. Neither did this next incident we're about to show you. So here we are on lap number 14, as looks like Reed's going to come down in front of Hamill there. They get hooked together, go up into the outside wall very hard there. But don't spin around. Kept it going straight there, and thus the caution didn't come out. But this next incident, the caution, it most definitely came out. So taking a look here on lap number 18, here comes Hamill to the inside of Moore, as Turner goes up into Keith Kent there, sends him down into Carter Joey. Moore and Hamill get together there, sends Moore to the inside, points leader Quentin Moore. Keith Kent around there on the outside, hits Declan Wallington Turner, around goes the 83, sends Turner up into Farley there solidly. There's Cook getting some damage there on the front of car number 29. Bouchard gets slowed up there. Quentin Moore rolls on. We'll see if it affects his points lead coming into this race at all. Mike Cook coming in, look out. But of course, Mike Cook not smoking just yet in this incident, but he does apparently have a header that busts on him at some point here later on as the aftermath of this incident progressed. But let's take a look at another angle. So here we are at full speed coming through turn 1 and 2, and then now down the back stretch as they go near 4 wide. Contact there in the middle of the field and sends several cars around. Kent, Turner, Farley, Bouchard gets a piece there. Moore down to the inside as well as Hamill, but they're able to go on. But Mike Cook, I don't see much damage on that 29, so somewhere here something's gonna... There it is, right there. Right as he got to the quad oval. And the header busts on him. And that is unfortunate. Jordan Lopez also going to fall out of the race with a busted header here under this caution. But now the track is clear. We are good to go. So let's head to the restart here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Back with your live picture here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And as per Scott's national rules and rules in general here on the Trinity River Network, lap cars being sent to the back. The only one we have to worry about in that aspect is, of course, DJ Reed. Or actually, well, it was just going to be Juan Rodriguez, but I guess officials decided, let's go ahead and send Reed to the back too, because there's Juan Rodriguez, the 73, already to the back of the field, as looks like all the other cars, well, a little bit of contact there with Rodriguez and Reed, but they'll get that sorted back out, and Reed will get back up to speed and come to the tail end of the pacing line. And just in time to get this race back underway here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Zachary Fitzwater, the all-time NR 2003 great, is leading here ahead of a hard-charging Igor Barreto, who already has a 1.5 mile win this season, John Andrews, who has dominated the night, Dale Lightning, who has been there, and Joshua Harrison in the 9, who has quietly been inside the top 10 all night here as the green flag is back out. We are racing again in the Lowe's 300. Harrison already taking a look to the inside. He's got Madison Toll, the Iowa winner last week, behind him. Headed off into turn number 3. Dale Lightning stuck on the top side. Barreto going to wiggle Zachary Fitzwater a little bit there for the race lead. Here comes Igor Barreto. Will John Andrews try to split them? No. Harrison fakes to the outside, then back down low on John Andrews. And now he's going to take a look 3 wide on the inside for the race lead. Fitzy ran out of room out of corner number 2. He's going to slip backwards on the top side. And here comes Harrison. Barreto sliding wide out of the groove. He is going to slip backwards. Madison Toll next to him for that second position as Joshua Harrison goes to the point here at Charlotte Motor Speedway with 16 laps to go. 4 wide coming out of turn number 2. No, not quite. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness. That could have gotten nasty. Through the quad oval once again, coming to 15 laps to go. Vic Merlin on the inside of Madison Toll there. Kelly on the inside of Igor Barreto. Zankala on the inside of Zachary Fitzwater. 2 by 2 as one car looks to have scraped the wall behind. Reagan Whitlock in the 5 might have just eased into the wall coming out of turn number 2. They'll gather it back up. As looks like we're starting to see a gap in between the field once again as the front starts to stretch away. And Alex Kelly now going to take a look at the inside of Merlin. You know, these guys, these groups in the field are starting to split apart like they did in the previous run. But let's also think about this. They keep doing this shuffling around. That's going to allow Joshua Harrison to pull away. And Harrison has a solid lead right now over Alex Kelly as Louis Zankala is now going to take a look to the inside. Zankala and Joshua Harrison are both looking for their second wins of the season, as is Matt Tuck. Kelly has not won yet this season. Neither has John Andrews there in the 01, who has been dominant tonight, trying to work his way back up to the front of the field. 4 wide in turn 3 and 4 as Vic Merlin gets loose on the outside. Boston Jones, Alex Watts underneath him. And they will survive for now. Green flag still out. As John Andrews going to take a look on the inside of Louis Zankala for the second position. Matt Tuck there as well as Merlin goes back into the outside wall. Trouble back straightaway. Dale Lightning around. Perez, Tull, Roberto Crown Jr. Hard hit there for Winnie Calhoun. Caleb Rose is in it. Declan wanted to turn her again. We got a big pile up here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Juan Rodriguez in it. Derek Hamill. Armory Digital winner Winnie Calhoun destroyed. And that is not what Joshua Harrison wanted to see. Looked like he was going to be an absolute runaway for this race victory. And we had the big one on the back straightaway here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it's going to reset everything. Just the second caution of the race here in the Lowe's 300. That's not to say we haven't had just 2 incidents. Well, we had a couple at the early on in the race that didn't bring out the caution. And then we had the incident prior to this, which brought out the caution. I haven't seen the replay yet, so I don't quite know what happened. But this one happened right in front of us. We saw that big pile up there. Looked like at least 8 or 9 cars have some sort of damage from that incident. But good grief. Well, I don't think we're going to see any pit cycles in this caution because, well, everyone's already pit. It was only supposed to be a 1 pit race anyways, but obviously for some the damaged cars, it's going to be more than that because they're going down to get that damage hammered out and get back out on the track. But looks like we're going to have quite a few cars out of the race now, joining Mike Cook, who blew up earlier, and Mike Cook and Jordan Lopez. But they'll join them behind the wall here at Charlotte. Field in the hands of Joshua Harrison here, working the second caution of the race. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring it out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So watching from overhead here, as we're going to see the 13 of Merlin slide up and scrape along the outside wall. Well, he did that the previous corner, so we obviously know his car wasn't handling good. But scraping along the wall there, his car is going to slow up. Madison Tull committed to the outside. He's going to nudge the 13 right there. Dale Lightning, just as he's coming by there, they make contact, sends the 77 around. Vic Merlin comes off the wall, sends Tull around. Braden Perez involved. Roberta Crown Jr. Here comes Winnie Calhoun in the 20. And then Caleb Rose right there. Center punches the back of the 20. Timothy Ruiz gets a piece there. Quentin Moore, the points leader, sneaking by one there. He was involved earlier. Declan Wellington Turner, that's his second of the night. Hamill, that is actually his third incident of the night that he's been involved in. Landon Smith Jr. has his second. Juan Rodriguez going to get a little bit of a piece there on the front of the 73, but looks like it's not going to be terrible. It looks like everyone else able to get through there on the inside, but let's take a look at another angle here at Charlotte. So watching again as they come through turn 1 and 2, there's Merlin sliding up, scraping along the outside wall. As Tull comes to the inside there, she and Lightning get together and spin down to the inside, and that triggers this massive pileup down the back straightaway. As, good grief, that was a hard hit from Turner to Rose. Headed off into turn 3. And there's going to be quite a few cars out of the race after this one, but the track is clear. We are good to go. So let's head to the restart here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Just finishing up the second caution of the race here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the race 15 of 30 here in the Season 2 of the Scots National Series, the Lowe's 300. Joshua Harrison is leading ahead of the dominant car of the night. John Andrews trying to steal this one back away from car number 9. Phoenix winner Louis Zankala there in the third place. Talladega winner Matt Tuck having a fantastic night there in fourth. And Brandon Yodel for Trinity River Racing is up to the top 5 position there in the 5th spot there. Then it's Boston Jones, Alex Watts, Dover winner Alex Kelly, Riley Snare, and Jackson Harrison, who's been up in the top 10 all night, back up into the top 10 again here on this restart at lap 34. 7 laps to go here in the Lowe's 300. And great restart for Joshua Harrison there. Andrews did not get going well at all, and that may cost him dearly. Never mind, as Tuck gets to the inside of Zankala, that will help for a little bit. Here comes Andrews back on the back bumper of the 9 again. Had to get out of the gas. He almost overran turn 4 there. That could have been bad. It may be bad because here comes Tuck in the 33. Down low into turn 1 and 2. Andrews gives him room, and going into second go is Matt Tuck in the 33. 3 wide behind them for that 4th position. Watts, Zankala, and Jones going to go at it. Tuck gets away for second, trying to chase down Joshua Harrison in the 9. 3 wide at the line there. Watts, I believe, was ahead of all of that by 2/100ths of a second, looks like. 4 wide now. Jones gets nerfed out of the way by Brandon Yodel there, the 82. To sort that little mess out. And meanwhile, Matt Tuck closing in on the backside of Joshua Harrison here. We're coming around for 4 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Harrison trying to hold on as the dominant car of the night. John Andrews, who led the first 55% of the race. Rough estimate. Give me some slack here. But Andrews slipping backwards on the top side. His chances of winning done for now, unless something happens, because we could get a green-white checkered. We had 2 attempts at a green-white checkered last week at Iowa. Will it happen again tonight? We're 3 laps away from the white flag lap. We're 2 laps away from the white flag lap. 3 laps away from the end of this. 3 wide for third there as Yodel gets to the inside of Jackson Harrison. Alex Watts going to stretch away from that battle. And Louis Zankala's going to take a look down low. Tuck, take a look down low on Joshua Harrison coming out of turn number 4. Through the quad oval at the line. He's down there. 2 laps to go. Going into the first position, looking for career win number 2, Matt Tuck, as well as Joshua Harrison. Both of these guys are battling for their second career win of their each own respective careers. Headed off into turn 3 and 4. Harrison going to try to get the lunge on the top side there. Could Watts close back in on them? White flag is out. One more time around here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Matt Tuck, Joshua Harrison. Who's going to get it? Tuck with the lunge on the inside in turn 1 and 2, and he's going to take that spot away from Harrison. Half a lap away from the checkered flag, stretching away from car number 9. The Thibodeau Motorsports Permatex number 33, Matt Tuck, sliding a little wide again, coming through turn 3 and 4. Harrison going to come back again, going to try to make a move, not going to get there. Matt Tuck, second career victory in the Scots National Series. It comes here in the Lowe's 300 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Whew. How about that? What an absolutely amazing race that was. I was actually worried about this, which I know I've said before about some races that I've been worried to do them because I thought they were going to be messes. Well, it's a little mess back there. Coming onto the pit road is Josephine O'Neill. Ran a little wide there, ran in the back of Reagan Whitlock. Ethan Farley ran a little wide there too, but thankfully he's not going to run into anyone. But Matt Tuck, he was so stoked after his victory at Talladega. He said, "Let's go get this championship." Well, he may not have been lying to himself there because he just got win number 2 on the season after a little bit of a doldrums since that last victory at Talladega. Hopefully, maybe this will be a spot where he can start to bounce back. But Matt Tuck wins ahead of Joshua Harrison, Alex Watts, Brandon Yodel, Louis Ankela, Justin Zeidel, Igor Barreto, Alex Kelly, John Andrews, and Nick Martins round out the top 10 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Take a look at the rest of your standings there. And, well, it was a bit of a clunky start to this. There were a couple of small instances where a caution didn't come out for a minor incident. Then there was the one incident where the caution did come out. I still have not seen the replay for that first incident. But of course, the second incident happened on the back straightaway. We saw it live and it was huge, taking multiple cars out of the race there. Declan Wellington Turner, Derek Hamill, Wendy Calhoun, Caleb Rose were the ones that got caught up in that incident. Jordan Lopez and Mike Cook both going out of the race almost simultaneously previously with busted headers on the 29 of Cook and the 11 of Turner. Well, that's going to wrap up the field here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Congratulations to Matt Tuck on another win here in the NOFSRL Scots National Series. We'll take a look at your driver's point standings, your owner's point standings, and we're going to wrap it up here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Until the next race, y'all take care, stay safe, and have a good one.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.